Welcome to our channel Share Market Updates. This video is on highlights of share market on 7th February 2023. NASDAQ is 0.4% up. Dow Jones is 0.25% down. Sensex closed 0.37% down. Nifty 50 closed 0.28% down. Adani Ports and SEZ closed 1.93% up. Adani Power closed at lower circuit. Adani Wilmer closed at upper circuit. Adani Transmission closed 0.52% down. Adani Green closed at lower circuit. Adani Enterprises closed 15.28% up with huge volatility. However, it has increased 65% in last 3 days. Adani Total Gas closed at lower circuit. AC Ltd closed 1.34% up. Mbuya Cement closed 1.95% up. There were 1,122 declining against 901 advanced shares, and there was large volatility in market with first going very down, then recovered and again fall. Nifty Auto and Nifty FMIC were down. Top gainers are Adani Enterprises, Gland Pharma, Webull, Paytm, Fine Organics, Adani Enterprises, Gland Pharma Oil, PNB Housing, Vern Beverage, Adani Wilmer, O Bank, etc. Top losers are Deepak Fertilizer, RD Industry, Adani Green, Adani Power, Dixon, JK Paper, Adani Total Gas, K Arbol, Tata Steel, Hindalco, Emami, IT, Motherson Sumi, Tata Steel, Brighton Group, Balaji Mines, etc. Bharti Airtel, India's second largest telecom company, recorded a 91% surge in consolidated net profit at 1,588 crore for the quarter ended December 2022 from Rs 830 crore a year back. Helped by improved realization along with strong 4G customer additions during the year, drop of 26% in net profit. Also missed estimates of 200% YoY growth for the third quarter. Total revenue stood at 35,804 crore, up 20% from 29,867 crore, reported in the corresponding quarter last year. Revenue was up 4%. Adani Group remains eligible for the SEBI, JOSI and JESC indices, JP Morgan said. We continue to monitor publicly available information and liquidity of the securities, and in case of market disruption or confirmed default event. Adani Group's businesses with a total notional of $7.7 billion in the SEBI and JOSI indexes. SBI said that its total exposure to the Adani Group stands at 27,000 crore, or 0.8% of the overall book. Bank of Baroda's exposure to the Adani Group does not rank among the bank's top 10 exposures. Around 30% of the bank's exposure is backed by joint ventures with SU companies. Punjab National Bank said that the lender's total exposure to the group is around 7,000 crore, of which 6,300 crore is funded exposure, with exposure of 2,500 crore for the airports business. Axis Bank said its total outstanding as percent of net advances to Adani Group companies stood at only 0.94% as of December 2022. Fund-based outstanding as percent of net advances was 0.29%, non-fund-based outstanding as percent of net advances was 0.58%, and investments as percent of net advances was 0.07%. IndusInd Bank said loan outstanding towards the Adani Group is pegged at 0.49% of its loan book. Total non-fund outstanding was 0.85%, whereas its loan outstanding against fixed deposits is 0.2% of the loan book. Other than these banks, other companies which have major exposure to the Adani Group include REC, the financial arm of Power Finance Corporation. The company said that it has an exposure of 7,000 crore to Adani Group, and sanctions included exposure is of 12,000 crore to the group. Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone plans to repay Rs 5,000 crore in debt by the next financial year, 2023-24, which will improve net debt to EBITDA ratio and bring it closer to 2.5x by March 2024. Also looking to invest Rs 4,000 to 4,500 crore as capital expenditure for Mundra Port in 2023-24. Adani Ports has 16% fall in consolidated net profit at 1,315 crore for the 3 months ended December 2022 against 1,567 crore YoY. Revenue from operations, meanwhile, rose 17% year-on-year to 4,786 crore from 4,072 crore. EBITDA is 3,011 crore, up 15%, compared with Rs 2,612 crore in the same quarter last year. During the 9-month period that ended December, Adani Ports handled 24% of the country's total cargo. Port EBITDA grew 20% year-on-year to Rs 9,562 crore during the same period. PC Jewellers said it has received loan recall notices from 4 lenders: IDB Bank, Indian Bank, Bank of India and Karur Vysya Bank. Noted that its legal proceedings with the State Bank of India, being held before the Debts Recovery Appellate Tribunal, is underway. It had defaulted 3,466.28 crore loan facilities from banks and financial institutions including SBI, Axis Bank, Punjab National Bank, Union Bank of India, Kotak Mahindra Bank and Indus Bank. Adani Green Energy said, consolidated net profit zoomed 110% to 103 crore for the quarter ended December 31, 2022. From 49 crore in the year-ago period. Share of profit from joint ventures and associates came in at 44 crore for the quarter against Rs 1 crore in Q3 FY22. Consolidated revenue from operations rose 41% on year to 1973 crore, from 1400 crore in the year-ago period. EBITDA fell 18.2% year to 853 crore. EBITDA margin contracted to 43.2% from 74.5% in the year-ago period. It is on track to reach 8,300 megawatt commission capacity, the largest in India, by end of FY23. Hero MotoCorp reported a 3.6% year-on-year rise in net profit for the quarter ended December to 711.06 crore. Revenue from operations rose only 2% year to Rs 8,031 crore. The two-wheeler maker sold 12.40 lakh units during the quarter, 4% lower than the year-ago period, and more than 13% lesser than the preceding quarter. The company's operating profit fell nearly 4% year to 924 crore, and the margin shrunk 67 basis points to 11.51%. The board has approved interim dividend of Rs 65 per share for the current financial year. Through the IPO, the BC, which had 50.05% stake in C-Diesel, sold 26.05% of its holding to meet market regulator SEBI norms. Under SEBI regulations, a stock exchange cannot have more than 24% stake in a depository. The company's consolidated net profit fell 15% to 52 crore in the 3 months ended December period, compared with 61 crore in the corresponding period of last year. Net profit jumped 53% from Rs 34 crore reported in the September quarter. Revenue from operations rose 6% to 203 crore in the quarter under review, against 192 crore in the same quarter of last year. The company's total expenses surged 24% year-on-year to 188 crore as compared to 152 crore in the year-ago period. The risk to Indian banks due to the rout faced by Adani stocks are limited, Moody's Investor Services said. The ratings agency, however, underlined that risks for banks can increase if Adani becomes more reliant on bank loans. The group's access to funding from international markets can be curtailed because of heightened risk perception, Moody's said, adding that in such a case, domestic banks may become the main source of funding. This, in turn, may result in increases in banks' exposures to Adani and greater risks for them. While we estimate that the exposures are larger for public sector banks than for private sector banks, they are smaller than 1% of total loans for most banks. Quality of loans to be stable. Corporates in general have deleveraged in the past few years, the report said, adding that this is reflected in modest growth in their corporate loan books further. Banks' underwriting has been conservative, it noted. Any spillover effects on other corporates would be credit neutral for banks, the agency claimed. If other corporates do have difficulty raising external funding from capital markets, their loan demand would grow, leading to greater funding requirements. However, as corporates flock to banks for funding, banks would have stronger pricing power for loans, which would allow them to defend their margins. In the table we can see decrease in Adani Group stocks from 24th January to 7th February 2023. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe and comment.